Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, or welcome if you're new. I'm Cora and today we are back with a huge CC haul. This will include over 300 items, so be prepared. It's gonna be quite a long video. Go grab yourself a drink or a snack or both if you want to, and just, you know, sit back, relax. Let's have a look at all of the cute CC that I got together. If you find yourself enjoying today's video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you have not already. And yeah, today's video, there is a lot, like I said, over 300 items. I have gone a little bit wild. It has skin details, presets, clothing, hair, accessories, makeup, shoes, everything that there is pretty much I got. I haven't been CC shopping for months before, so it was kind of a lot. I actually found a lot of new CC creators, which is always super exciting because I do have like a few CC creators that I keep like turning back to, like Clumsy Alien, Richport, A. Harris. My favorite CC creator is Cuber Sims because they always make like the cutest clothing items ever. I don't know why, they're always so like unique and have like a perfect texture, and the colors are just divine. So I'm like obsessed with them. But I also got a lot of new skin details. A lot of these I probably wouldn't use by themselves, like the one I just showed before this one, because they do change the face quite a lot to look a bit unnatural or like not fitting with the game too much for me. But I do love these presets to pair them with other presets that I already know work well. And then they make like a very unique kind of face, I think. And that's why I always get excited about about presets, because not presets, what am I talking about? Skin details. I feel like I have said presets this whole time. Just, you know, bear in mind that it is 33 degrees outside right now, Celsius that is, of course. I don't know how much Fahrenheit that is, 90 probably. I always say 90, but you know, I don't understand Fahrenheit, so that's that. But it is boiling hot. Like, our apartment, like I mentioned in the last video as well, is kind of cool still, so it's all right. I'm still here with a blanket. It's a whole weird thing with me and like getting cold inside, but whatever. For me, it's hot. We've been food shopping earlier. We actually usually go on Thursdays, but we didn't go yesterday, and then we were kind of like lazy to go today, but then we were like, come on, let's just go. So we went before having breakfast, which is always a bad idea, but we kind of just got the things we needed, so, you know, knock on wood. We did well there. We didn't buy just everything because we were hungry. And I feel like in summer, like a lot of people's diets change, and I always used to get really affected by it, but for some reason this summer I'm just as hungry as I always am. I don't know what that is about. But obviously I'm like more drawn to like fresh stuff like fruits, and obviously I drink a lot. I've been drinking like 3 liters a day, which is just mad. Don't ask me what that is in any other measurement because I don't know. I'm still like so confused why we even have all these different measurements in 2021. Like, can we start just having one and teaching that schools to make everyone's life easier? Because it's so odd as well, like feet especially. I find feet so weird. It's like not feet on your, you know, on your body, but the height measurement. Because I think I'm like 6'3". Does that make sense? No, hold on. I'm 5'6". 6'3" is huge. Okay, hold on, no. I'm 5'6". If I was 6'3", dude, I'd like be able to reach everywhere in our house. That would be amazing. But anyways, I'm 5'6", I think. But if I look it up, if you're 5'6", you can be between like a lot of different centimeter measurements, and I'm like 168, so it's a bit weird for me to like understand it properly, because some people can be 5'11" and another person is 5'11", and there's like 2 centimeters in between, which is kind of like a big deal. But you know, whatever. How tall are you guys? I feel like here in Germany, I feel like I'm just like a normal size. I feel like everyone is as tall as me, or I'm like a bit shorter sometimes. I feel like for my generation, because my mom is exactly the same height as me. My sister is like a lot taller than me. She's really tall. And yeah, I just feel like, and when I was in America, because I did spend, I don't know, like new people that come to the channel probably don't know this, but I did work as an au pair for like 1.5 year-ish in America, and I always felt super tall. I don't know what it was about, but like I was tall. Like, I feel like a lot of the women in America used to be, or not used to be, were really short compared to me. I felt like a giant at times, and I'm not that tall, you know, like I feel like 5'6" is not really that tall. I don't know, a lot of people think I'm tall, but I don't agree. Like, I can't reach the cupboards properly in our kitchen. I also speak a bit lazily. I'm so sorry about that, because you have to listen to me for half an hour. If you don't want to listen to me, you know, just turn off the sound and, you know, throw on a podcast. It's fine, I won't be angry. But I do have, you know, something I haven't talked about. I got vaccinated a week and a day ago. I meant to talk about it, and I don't know why I didn't talk about it, because nothing happens in my life. And I actually left the house, you know, last Thursday, not to go food shopping, but to go to get my vaccine, which is like, hello, groundbreaking. It's like the most exciting thing I have done in 2 or 3 years. And yeah, that happened. We have these big like centers here that do it. It's just like, I think this one was like an ice skating hall usually, but they changed it all up to be like for corona vaccines, and it was really fast. I was very surprised. I went there, I had an appointment, because they did have like priorities for older people and like sick people, and then they changed it to just everyone being able to get an appointment and get their vaccine. So I obviously did, like the good egg I am. So I went there. I was a little bit nervous, not so much about the vaccine. It's really weird because people who watch me will know that I don't like getting my blood drawn. I don't like is like the understatement of the year, because I like freak out, I cry, I'm like just a nervous wreck. I haven't done it for like 5 years or something. I know it's bad, you should probably get it checked more often, whatever. I'm scared, I don't want to talk about it. Like, even just thinking about it makes me like so uncomfortable. But vaccines, for some reason, it doesn't bother me. I also feel like if you could draw blood just on your upper arm somewhere, like on the outside, I would be fine. I just don't like getting my blood drawn, because it's like in a weird spot and you can barely see my veins, and then on the right side I have one of those veins that like rolls around apparently, so that is freaky AF. I don't want to think about it. And yeah, people always struggle taking my blood, and then I'm scared, so that probably doesn't help either. And vaccines I'm fine with, because it's nowhere near my veins, you know, it's just a really quick little, you know, pinch, and then you're done and you're good. And the woman who did it, the doctor, she put a band-aid on, and when I left and I met up with my mom, because she walked me home, I don't know why, like I feel like I was just nervous, and I was like, can you walk me home? Like, I would have wanted her to take me there, but she was working, so she couldn't. And it's just weird, like I'm a babe with some stuff. It wasn't even the vaccine, like I said, that worried me. I'm fine. I had like a what's it called, like blood poison, I forgot the actual word for it, tetanus, that's the word, vaccine a year ago, because my cat, he bit me accidentally. When I gave him a treat, he like put his canine all the way through my index finger, and I was like, oh wow. And then my mom asked one of her friends who's a doctor, and she was like, yeah, she needs to go to the hospital ASAP, and she needs like a tetanus vaccine. And so I went there, and it was like my first time at the hospital ever. I have visited people at the hospital, but I have never myself been there. So yeah, that was interesting, you know, ER, first experience at the hospital. It was quite something. I felt a bit ridiculous, because I just had this tiny bite on my hand, and I was like, my cat bit me. And then the doctor was like, oh, we need to maybe cut it open, like I'll give you this and this, and then you need to come back tomorrow at 8 a.m. And it was like at night that I went there sometime. What night? It was like 9 p.m. or something. And I was freaking out. I was like, excuse me, no, you're not gonna cut it open. It all went fine. Luckily, it was okay. I have like a bit of a scar there now. You can't see it, but if you know it's there, you will be able to see it. You know, it's one of those, you can kind of feel it as well, but it's fine. Back to the vaccine, you know, I do get sidetracked quite a lot. It's kind of my thing to do that. Back to the original story. I got my vaccine. It was very exciting, a new experience. I made friends with people. I don't make friends with people, but you know, I feel like because I am so introverted, I'm so nervous around people, I'm always like overly friendly. And people who probably work at these places, it must be annoying, you know, it was hot. They were just standing out in the sun or inside, just like standing there telling people where to go for hours on end, and I'm just like, I compensate my insecurities but with being like super friendly. So I'm always like smiling and I'm like, oh yeah, have a nice day, whatever. I'm just like the most friendly person ever, and I do think that is me as well, but I also think it's because I don't want anyone to think anything negative about me, so I'm always like extremely nice. Is there anyone else out there who's like that? Hello, I see you. And yeah, I actually made friends with, well, not friends, but you know, I just say that, with the dude when I walked in, because we just had like a weird joke, and then he actually said goodbye when I left, and he didn't say goodbye to anyone else, so hello. I made an impact on the world, you know. Anyways, it was an exciting day, and I got my vaccine, my first one. I got Moderna, I don't know how you pronounce it in English, we say Moderna, so there you go. It went into my left arm, and I was fine. I didn't have anything, like no issues after. My arm did hurt like after every vaccine for like a day or two. And then I was fine again. I hate the way your arm hurts though. It's like you didn't work out, but you actually didn't do a workout. You were just lazy and got a vaccine, and you're like, oh, my arm hurts. And it's not quite as rewarding as having aching muscles because you did a workout, you know. Talking about workouts, oh my god, I did like a legs, bums, tums workout the other day, and I am dying. Like, I'm so out of shape from these, like this last year pretty much, because you don't have to go anywhere, so you're just at home. And if you're like me, you're happy that you can be at home, so you don't leave the house. And I am very unfit, let me tell you that. I did start doing some yoga a while ago, like a few weeks or months, I don't even remember, ago. And it is very good for me mentally. I don't know so much physically, because I feel like I am not improving. I always do the same things as well, because I like patterns and I don't like change, so I just like to stick to something I know. And it is very nice though. Like, I feel like it does free up my mind. And whenever people used to say that about like going jogging or whatever, I was like, you guys are crazy. Like, I hate jogging. I jog for 2 minutes and I feel like I'm dying, and I get very like dramatic about it because I'm just not enjoying it at all. And yoga is very different to me, you know. It does get exhausting with some poses, obviously, because they're like, you need to be flexible and all of that stuff. And it's also like, I think, pretty good for your muscles, like getting toned and stuff, which is exciting because I would love to be toned for once in my life, you know. My body doesn't really build up muscle that well. It's kind of, you give it food and it's like, oh great, I'll put that here as like fat to like, you know, reserve for bad times. But I've never been through bad times where I didn't have food, because it's 2021 and I live in Germany and I'm very privileged, and I don't need to save up that, you know, food on my, all over my body. But it's fine. It's like a good thing for my body to do that, I guess. It's like what it's supposed to do. But also, I would like to, you know, just look built for once in my life. I don't know, I have this weird thing about like, one day I want to like, you know, look really built, but I don't like exercising, so it's never gonna happen. I'm also really bad at exercising. You know, there's people who just are naturally good at stuff that has to do with like exercise and like sports and stuff, and I'm naturally bad. Like, you show me a yoga pose and I do it and I'm like, hold on, this is all wrong. Like, I feel like I just don't have a feeling for my body and I don't understand what's going on. Weirdly, I like to dance, and no one's ever said I'm like a terrible dancer, so you know, I can dance, I guess. But I probably couldn't follow like a choreography or something. I can just do what I feel like doing. But yeah, exercise and me, dude, I wish I would like it because it is good for you, but I'm just more of like, you know, a couch potato. Well, not even couch potato, a chair potato in front of my PC potato. It's just nice. I enjoy just, yeah, my own time. I'm very introverted. What can I say? It's just my life, and it's okay that way, you know. If you're introverted, don't let anyone tell you that it's not okay. It's totally fine. You know, we get our energy from just being by ourselves, and then when we have energy, we can spend time with friends and we feel fine, but then we need some time for ourselves, and that's totally okay. It's normal, in fact, you know, for some people to just be like that. So I don't like that introverts always get bashed. I feel like before Corona, it was like the worst if you were introverted and people would ask you what you did on the weekend and you were like, nothing. And they were like, oh my god, what? Do you not have friends? Like, do you not want to go outside? How can you just stay inside all the time? And you're just like, don't know, how can you always see people like all the time and not stay inside, you know? I feel like we all need to get a bit more aware of other people's feelings and like respectful. Just because someone else needs to be outside and talk to people 24/7 doesn't mean we're all like that, you know? I'm also losing my voice a little bit after just talking for 15 minutes, so bear with me if I talk a little bit more quiet or my voice breaks or something. It is a long video, like I said. I hope you did get a snack. I hope you got a nice drink. I have a new rule for myself, because we have this service here where you can order soda to your house and they deliver it, and we live on the 4th floor, so oh my god, is that a relief. Like, carrying up bottles is just, I don't know, not even just carrying it up. We don't have a car, and the next supermarket is like not super far away, but if you're carrying like a crate of drinks, it would be like a world away. So it's good to have that, but I'm very bad with soda. Like, I'm okay at like not restricting myself, but just like being good at not overeating like crappy foods, because you know we need balance in our lives and we can't just eat like chocolate or whatever. I mean, if you want to do that, it's your thing. You're your own person. But I personally want to, you know, eat balanced and like do good stuff for my body as well. So I have told myself sodas are like a weekend thing. So, you know, when cool kids go out to party and have like alcoholic beverages, I'm just like popping open a 500 milliliter glass bottle of cola and I'm like enjoying myself. And it's fine that way, you know. It's just that with sodas, it's like my worst addiction. I don't think I have a very, well, I don't know. I feel like I don't have a super addictive personality type. You know, some people just get addicted to everything like straight away. I'm usually fine, but if I enjoy something a lot, I do have a hard time to say no. And soda is just one of those things, and it's obviously not good if I drink a lot of soda all the time. Like, I don't need that much sugar, you know. I'm already kind of anxious all the time, and that does not help. So yeah, that's me and my new soda rule. I'm 25 and I'm like restricting myself with soda like you do with children, you know. That's what's going on in my life. Do you have rules for yourself? Because that is my rule. Not so much because of gaining weight, but literally just because it's so much sugar and like I should not give my body that every day. I'll go a bit, you know, crazy if I do it, so let's not. And I also like talking about the yoga. If you have watched my videos for a while, like I have already said about 4 times in this video, you will know that I struggle with like severe neck pain and have been for the last 4 or 5 years. I don't even remember. It's been a long time. I think 4 years. It started like sometime in America, and I don't know if it was stress, if it was because I was carrying the children around, if it was because I did something weird at the gym, or just stress related or whatever. But I've had it for a while now. Apparently it's some muscle thing. I've been to like a few doctors and no one really knew what it was, but I've been to osteotherapy and they like did some weird massages that were really good. Not even massages, like they just pressed into like certain parts of my neck, and then I had to do something, and then it was good for a day and then went back. And I definitely know that when I'm stressed a lot, or when I'm working on like uni stuff or sim stuff, so like I'm sitting a lot and not paying attention to my posture or paying too much attention, because sometimes I feel like it only hurts when I'm like really paying attention to it and try to like sit properly, and whatever, I start like tensing up too much because I'm like, oh my god, I can't like hurt my neck again. So it's been an issue, but I have been doing some yoga for that too, and it's actually kind of a nice relief. It does feel good, you know, if you have neck issues, and you kind of start like some exercises that actually help, because a lot of exercise is like bad for it, I have noticed. I don't know, maybe it's not in the long run, but if I do certain types of exercises, I definitely can tell that my neck is like really bad for the next 2 days. It hasn't been good for the last few years, you know, don't get me wrong. It's just there's bad days and there's worse days, and I feel like the bad days now just feel normal to me, because I kind of got used to the pain, and probably, you know, I'm just a bit desensibilized. Is that a word? Sensibility, is that a word in English? I don't know. Can you tell I'm getting more and more insane throughout this video? But whatever, it helps. certain exercises help for it, and it's very nice. And I hope that one day it's going to be gone, because I haven't had a night in the last 4 years where I just laid down to sleep and was like, oh, this is comfy, because no matter how I lay down, it hurts my neck. And I think people who have struggled with stuff like that will know how draining and like exhausting it is. Weirdly, when I need to get up, I'm like, oh, it's so comfy, you know? What is that for? Like, no matter how I lay, even if my neck hurts, I'm just like, oh, it's so comfy, I want to keep sleeping, but whatever. Also been working on my sleeping schedule like a good egg, because I feel like I don't even know if I'm night active or like day active. I just know that with my like mental health problems, that if I do get up too late, it's very hard for me to like get a start into the day. And too late, I'm talking about like 12 o'clock, you know, I'm not talking about like 10 or 9. That's still fine. But if I get up too late, then I feel like the day is over, and it gets me into a very like bad mental state, and I feel very unproductive and whatever. But this morning I actually woke up at 8:30. Hello, I didn't make my bed, because sometimes I don't. Okay, like, don't judge me. Who makes it? Do you say make your bed or do your bed? I think make your bed. Do you guys make your bed when you get out of bed? Because I think there is like 2 types of people. There's one type who's like, it doesn't matter, why would I do it? I just get back in bed tonight, and you know, I'm not gonna look at my bed for that whole time. And then there's other people like, it looks nicer, it feels so nice getting into bed after you've made it. I don't know. I can see both things working for me. I can see the appeal of both of those approaches, but I have decided that on days where I have the energy to do it, I will do it. And on days where I don't, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not gonna let it drag me down, you know. I'm just gonna be like, fine, today we're not gonna make the bed, and it's okay, you know. I feel like we all need to be a bit more kind with ourselves, especially if we have like mental health issues, because, you know, some days just, it's fine. If stuff doesn't work, just, you know, do some you time. Make sure you're okay, do things that you enjoy, and then try again the next day. You know, we don't have to be productive all day, even if society wants us to believe that. You do not, if you suffer from mental illness, especially, but also if you're otherwise healthy. It's completely fine to not feel productive every day, you know. It's fine to have rest, we need rest. So if you feel like you need rest, get it. Don't, you know, overdo it. Don't stress yourself out. It's just gonna feel worse the next day or the next month or the next year if you keep doing that. So please make sure that you listen to yourself and what you need. I think that's so important, because I think a lot of people like run into like burnouts and stuff like that, because society just keeps that pressure up of, you know, having to be productive and like being better every day and working hard every day. And in reality, it's like we only have this one life, so just do whatever you feel like, dudes. Like, if today is the day you just want to be in bed and watch a series, please do that. If you want to eat ice cream, please do that. If you want to, I don't know, go out for a walk, do that. If you want to see friends, do that. If you don't want to see anyone, do that. But, you know, whatever you feel like doing, do that. I don't know if this is like a good approach for a mom. I feel like my kids, I'll go way too easy on them. I'll be like, oh, it's fine, like, you know, it's all good. Thing is though, I feel like a lot of people would feel so much happier if life wasn't this, and I don't even want to say hard, because it's not for everyone, but I definitely know from my perspective, with someone who has like low energy levels, it does get exhausting, because I'm kind of like, okay, I know what I can do and what I can't do. For example, like going to work full time, I've tried it. It's just, you know, a bit too much for me. I can tell that, you know, I could keep it up for a year or two, but then I crash and then I can't do anything for 2 or 3 years, which is obviously not sustainable at all. So for me, it probably makes sense to, you know, work part-time or a little bit more than part-time, whatever I can do. But it's obviously draining if you know that other people have higher energy levels and they can do other stuff, and you obviously want to do that because you want to fit in and not be that one odd one out who can't work full-time. When people, you know, I don't have like a physical issue. People would look at me and be like, you're fine, like why can't you work this and this long? And then it's a bit much to go into all your mental health history and be like, well, you know. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of people aren't fit for like a 40-hour job and do it because you are expected to. So I hope that one day, you know, we can really work towards just a happier approach to life. I know that a lot of people are like workaholics or just really thrive off of it and love working, and like that's totally cool too, you know. Just wish that we would all take the saying each to their own a bit more seriously, because I feel like a lot of times people say that but they don't actually mean it, or a lot of people just don't say it and don't mean it. Because I don't really understand why everyone is always so like involved in other people's lives, you know. I don't really care what you guys do in your lives. It's like you're your own boss, you can make your own rules. If you're 18 or whatever the age of like adulthood is in your country. Obviously before you have to follow your parents' rules, which yeah, not always the most fun, but you will outgrow that one day and you'll get to make your own decisions. It's also not the best either, because then you have a whole list of other problems and responsibilities, but you know, at least you get to make your own decisions that will doom you forever. No, it's not all that bad, you know, like being an adult is also fun sometimes. Yeah, maybe if I tell myself that enough, it's gonna be reality one day. But anyways, yeah, I just wish, I feel like I say that in a lot of videos or something similar. I just wish we would all just be a bit more respectful with each other and get our noses out of other people's business, because as long as you are not hurting anyone with your behaviors and lifestyle, I don't get why I even care. Unless I'm obviously like your friend or someone close to you, obviously then you care about people and care what they do, because it kind of affects you, but also you don't have to be friends with someone. Like if they do something that you really can't live with, you can always step away and find other people, you know, and just let them be and do their own stuff. But I think as long as you don't harm anyone, I don't really get why I have to like, it's just the same as like with introverts and extroverts, you know, like why do I even have to like look down on extroverts and be like, oh my god, how could you like do this and that? It's just like their life, they're a different person, they're not me, and I don't have to live their life. You know, they're the ones living their lives, so they have to be happy with it. So I don't understand why people are always so concerned about everyone else's stuff, and that ties in actually with like people that are hateful towards other ethnicities or sexualities or whatever. I don't really understand it. Like even if you're a weird person and you somehow have an issue with let's say someone being gay, I don't get why you then have to act up on it. Like first of all, I don't get why you have an issue with it, because it's none of your concern. You don't, it's not like they tell you to do something, you know, it's like their own life. It's just like saying my favorite color is this and that, and then you have an argument about like, no, your favorite color can't be pink because mine is orange, you know. It doesn't, I don't understand it. Like I really can't comprehend why that is still a thing. But even if you have an issue with it, why in the world do you have to tell other people about it? They're not harming anyone, so why in the world would you be like, you can't do this or that? It's like, who cares about your opinion? Like, people always think that, you know, their opinion is like the number one thing and there can't be other opinions. I know it's hard to like accept other opinions, especially if you have a very strong opinion, and I have strong opinions about everything. But we have to learn to like accept other people's opinions, again, as long as it's not harmful to anyone else. Like for example, racism is nothing you have to accept, you know. That's obviously disrespectful to other people and like not including and against human rights, first of all. So, you know, it's not something you have to respect, because that's not an opinion, that's just discriminating. But other opinions, like I like orange, I like green, this is my favorite food, or that is my favorite food, this is how I live my life, or that is how I live my life. I don't understand why we can't just be more respectful with that. And, you know, just understand that we're not all the same. But whatever, let's get to something a bit more, you know, simple and not so controversial. I also, because this is the first video I ever wrote down a few things I could talk about. I've only looked down once and talked about my vaccine, and then everything else was freestyled. But if you have to talk for 30 minutes, you know, it can get a bit much, but I was doing okay. You know, I just enjoy talking to you guys for some reason. I always hear that you guys enjoy listening to me, like to a podcast, so hey. Hello to all of you out there. I'm really happy that you can listen to my voice for that long. It makes me happy. But anyways, I have been struggling with finding healthy breakfast alternatives that aren't sweet because I have had porridge for too long. I can't see it every morning again. Like, it's just, I don't know. I enjoy it like occasionally now, but I used to have it every morning. And I do try to eat healthy breakfasts because sometimes for dinner we eat stuff like burgers, pizza, pasta. There's nothing wrong with it, but to balance it all out, you know, I enjoy to have something healthier for breakfast, but I only see sweet stuff or eggs, and I can't see eggs anymore either. So if you have an idea what I could make, please let me know. I'm very curious. Would also love it if it was vegan. Definitely has to be vegetarian because I don't eat meat. And yeah, if you have any good recipes, any good ideas of stuff I could make, it doesn't matter if it's a bit more, you know, advanced. I'm not that good of a cook. Like, please don't send me like crazy stuff like, here, Cora, make some croissant. Well, they're sweet as well, so. But you know, please don't send me stuff like that. But if they're a bit more time consuming, it's fine as well. I do like taking time to prepare myself a nice breakfast and enjoy that because I'm a breakfast person. I love my breakfast. What's your favorite meal of the day? Because I kind of eat later on. I eat around 12 p.m. I think it is, and then eat dinner around 6 p.m. and I rarely snack in between because I have like a large breakfast and a large dinner. It's just the way I prefer eating, but I know a lot of people eat like a million snacks and that's fine too. I just have like a really big dinner and a really big breakfast and then some dessert after. Do you guys have dessert after dinner? Because I don't understand how you couldn't. I always have dinner and then I have like a chocolate bar or slice of cake or whatever we have, you know. I can't go without my dessert after dinner. Let me know if you're the same, because if not, then hello. How do you do it? I always need something sweet after my savory dinner. But whatever, we're almost done with this video. Can you believe it? I can't. We've come a long way. We've looked at a lot of CC. I hope you enjoyed it. I especially liked some of the presets we looked at today. I loved all of the clothing items. I loved that there were quite a few this time for males as well. Obviously not anywhere as near as they are for females, but I always try to download everything I find for males that I enjoy. And there just isn't anymore. So I hope you enjoyed that too. I was very excited about that. Let me know what your favorite category was today or your favorite item was. I'm always excited to hear that. Let me know if you have any video suggestions because I'm always open for that as well and excited to hear what you guys want to see. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!
So much to the poltergeist, trying to hold on to love, but it's frosting nice time.